your wonderful collectibles, but to get to spend an hour with you and
Well,
catch up.
Well,
right?
That's two-way street here.
Thank you.
I feel the same way.
Well, let's talk about Mickey and Minnie. Their relationship has lasted 95 years, and I hear that they had their 94th birthday this year, when I Googled and schmoogled it. So if I'm wrong, then feel free to correct me. But this is a 5-inch Disney Traditions Mickey and Minnie Easter basket. How sweet and pretty is that? You titled this one Springtime Sweethearts. $19.75 will get this one home, and then the 4 easy pays will go away at the end of the day.
You know, I love this piece, and I love the fact that we go from this sort of a little bit somber religious piece
Spiritual.
to this whimsical thing. You know, because that's part of the Easter flavor.
Right.
You know, it ought to be uplifting. You know,
Exactly.
And this piece, I tell you what, it just to me, well, for one thing, I love this era of the
Mickey and Minnie.
Mickey. This is a very early era, and you can tell they call this era the pie-eyed Mickey, and the reason for that is, see that little slice that's sort of taken out, that represents the highlight of the eye. That's what it's supposed to represent.
Okay.
But it looks like a little slice of pie, so they call it the pie-eyed Mickey, and I think it's just adorable, really. And what I try to do, Pat, when I'm working with these co-brands, any of the co-brands I work in, I have about 20 co-brands that I work with.
And by a co-brand, you mean Disney?
Yeah, well, Disney or Peanuts or The Grinch or, you know, all those. And so when I'm working with the pieces of Disney, my aim first and foremost is to get the character faithful.
Okay.
So that when you look at the piece, you don't necessarily have to say, "Oh, that's Jim Shore piece." You want to say, "Hey, that's Mickey and Minnie," and it's that vintage thing, and it's that, and that's what you need to focus on. Then you can say, "Okay, yeah, I see the Jim Shore's footprint on that, so it's Jim Shore's version." But that's what I try to do. You know, in a case like this, it's dynamic. You know, it's like sort of a little snapshot in time. You know, and they're together, and it's just I don't know. It's just one of those heartwarming things, and the coloration and the
joy.
Yeah, and the patterning that I put on it is subtle enough where it doesn't take away from the character, but it sort of adds a little something to it, you know.
It definitely does. They're wearing their Easter best. I mean, Minnie has on, and I love the movement you captured in the skirt, the red and white skirt. You can almost see her underskirts, you know, as she's moving.
All the way down to the tails.
Yeah, exactly. And the nice long tail.
And that makes this piece sort of a multimedia piece, because, you know, the support of her flower and the tails and everything that's metal, okay? And the reason for that is because if we want something that's durable, so that at that scale, you know, and so you can make, if you put an add-on with metal and something like that, you can get that fine, you know, dimension.
Now I'm going to go ahead and just slide this in so that everybody can kind of get an idea of what you are shopping for. Official measurements are 5.5 inches long, because I can't read that ruler. My eyes aren't that good, so.
Okay.
3 inches wide. So there's your 3 inches wide over here.
3 inches.
And then 5 3/4 inches high. So you can get an idea
It almost
of that.
takes the whole ruler.
Yeah, exactly.
But now, a piece like this,
tell us more.
when I do a signing, I typically sign it right there, front and center, right there. But now there's blank space on the back, and on pieces like this, where they're seasonal pieces that celebrate a certain thing, I like to leave some space there, because I urge people, if you give this as a gift, or if you have it, you know, as part of your Easter decorating, that you write a little something on the back that commemorates this piece, when you got it, what it represents, what's happening in the family, and that kind of stuff. And it sort of becomes part of your family history.
And you look forward to bringing it out year after year after year. It's really lovely. And when you shop with us on QVC, you know, we can ship these out. We can do bill to, ship to. You know, Easter will be here before you know it. $19.75 will get it home. That way you'll have the Jim Shore packaging on these